By you clicking on this video, you made your first step towards improving your diet. I'm RadyPlayer and this is simple, no BS guide on how to improve your diet. First of all, I will start with what you need to stop eating. That is basically junk food. You need to stop eating junk food. It's because junk food contains a lot of sugar, which is terrible for your body, and that means that it's terrible for your physical and mental health and many other things. So you need to stop eating junk food. You know, especially like some donuts or going to McDonald's or KFC or I don't know, eating pizza. So you need to stop doing that. That is terrible for your health. And basically you need to stop eating sugar, and by not eating sugar, that means you get a bit less carbs, which you can get by eating fruits basically. Replace sugar, you know, like sugary foods like donuts, like I said, and the junk food with fruits. So this is the second step of improving your diet. Basically replace sugar with fruits which have the complex carbs. You know, sugar is like simple carbs that is basically terrible for your health. You know, it actually is terrible for your gut microbiome, which makes it more difficult to digest things, you know, and basically that will waste food, you know, because it will not digest properly and all of that. This is all bro science basically, but you need to stop eating sugar. It's terrible for the microbiome, and not only sugar, everything that is like simple carbs. You need to eat complex carbs that actually benefit, that actually improve your gut microbiome, which makes you more healthy. And yeah, just eat fruits which contain a lot of complex carbs. So this is the second step, just don't eat sugar and replace that with fruits. Also, you might go into the supermarket and see like 0% fat, you know, no fat foods, which are bullshit basically, because if you check the label, they contain shit ton of sugar. Because if you remove the fat, which makes it basically taste good, you need to put in something else that makes it tasty, because it will taste like shit. Zero sugar foods that taste not as good as, you know, the ones with sugar are actually good, you know, if they don't taste like sugary and they taste like more natural, you know, not or all sweet and all that shit. That is actually good. Zero sugar things that taste natural are good. So make sure you get those, but zero fat things are just stupid. Fat doesn't make you fat actually. I mean, it makes you fat, but it doesn't make you. I mean, it does make you fat, but sugar makes you fat too. But the only difference is that when you eat, obviously I'm not saying shit ton of fat, but moderate amount of fat. When you eat moderate amount of fat, that is actually better for your gut microbiome than eating sugar. 0% fat foods are bullshit. Okay, so don't buy those, don't eat those. Just terrible. So I said what you need to stop eating. Now I will talk about what you need to start eating instead of eating that, what I said before, you know, the junk food and the sugary food and the 0% fat BS. The rule of the thumb is basically eat single ingredient food, you know, don't have like ingredient list. It's just like one thing, like apple, you have apple, there's no ingredient list, it's just apple, you know, or potatoes, or I don't know, chicken, whole ass chicken. So basically eat things that are a simple ingredient and they don't contain shit ton of things. But yeah, so that you basically know what you're eating, you know, you don't have like 50 different chemicals in your food. So this is the rule of the thumb, just eat single ingredient foods. Obviously you can mix them together and have like 4 ingredients in one meal, but don't buy ready-made food or food that contains shit ton of things. It most of the times is just made it some goofy ass factory that put shit ton of sugar in it, or I don't know, some bullshit like that. So make sure you don't eat ready-made food, but you make it yourself. Even though it might take some time, but you know that it's better for you. It feels more healthy, you know what I mean? So eat single ingredient foods. So what you need to eat is basically just fruit, vegetables, meat, nuts, and that's it. No more bullshit, just single ingredient foods from these things, and you mix it together and you have a meal. So nuts contain a lot of protein, if you didn't know. That's a nice thing if you are vegan or I don't know, nuts have a lot of protein. So yeah, and eggs are the best way, not the best way. I mean, eggs are the simplest way to get protein in, because you just, you know, crack some eggs, put them on pan, and you have fried eggs. Fried eggs, god damn it. You fuck me. You have scrambled eggs, so yeah. Obviously I'm outside, there are shit ton of bugs I need to fight off, but I'm doing this video for you, so if I did it for myself I wouldn't be here, so yeah. Hope you're grateful for this, bro. Okay, so that's basically what you need to eat. Also, there are some foods that look good, but they are not actually. And this is butter, the plant butter that is made from the plants, you know, the plant oil. I don't know what it's made of, but you can check the label, that it's some plant bullshit. You need to have like butter that is made from fat, you know, like the brick, you know, the brick that just solid brick, not the spreadable bullshit, you know. Fat is not spreadable. If you have like fat on your meat, it's not spreadable, is it? So you need to change your butter with the more healthy option, which is the butter that is made of fat, basically. Just like brick, but you need to check. Some bricks are made of the plant bullshit, but you need to check, and if it's 100% fat or something like that, just like butter that you need to actually cut and put it on bread instead of, you know, spreading it like. So make sure you get that. The rule of the thumb is basically just, if it spreads, it's bullshit. So that's that. Most of the times is the brick like, you know, like something like this tall and this long, something like that brick, and it should be like full fat butter. That's what it is, full fat butter. Make sure you don't eat the butter that is made from the plant oils, or I don't know what it's made from. Next, stop using oil. This makes sense to you, doesn't it? It does, right? The oil is basically just the sunflower oil, you know, for example, or I don't know what bullshit plant oil you might be using, but you know it's bad for you, you know. It's just greasy, you know. When you have fries, you know fries are bad for you because they are fried, right? So you're gonna make sure to not use oil, but instead, you know, like when you do foods like steak, you know, you shouldn't use oil, but instead you should put like butter on it, you know. Yeah, oil is just, you know, it's terrible for you. I don't need to talk about this even more, except olive oil. Olive oil is good for you. You should have like 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil a day, so that is very healthy for you. But the normal sunflower oil is total bullshit. Don't use that. And yeah, instead use the full fat butter. So yeah, now you have the second step of improving your diet, which is learning, you know, what you should and what you should not eat. And the third step is to implement, you know. You need to stop eating the foods that I said you need to stop, which is basically junk food and sugary food, and zero fat food, which is stupid. You need to take in some fat for your testosterone and for your health overall. So you need to take in some fat, but it shouldn't be too much, and it shouldn't be too little. So you need to take a medium amount of fat. So basically the fat on the meat, that is, you know, that's enough. And when you, like I said, use the full fat butter instead of the stupid oil, you will get enough of fat for the day. So by you getting to this point means that you actually want to improve your diet, and you will succeed compared to others, because others just click off, or I don't know, scroll to comments 50 times or have 50 tabs open and don't pay their full attention to the video, which means they will not learn much. But by you sitting through this video, you will get your diet improved. You will improve your diet, is what I'm trying to say. So if you like this kind of content, you know, just guy talking about things that improve your life, you know, make sure to subscribe and join our community, and of course like, you know, comment, so that YouTube pushes the video towards the people that need to watch it, that need to hear this advice. There's no bullshit advice on how to improve your diet. So yeah, have a nice day and see you in next one. Peace.